It is the 25th millennium. Mankind is in a stagnant stage of its life. Humanity has been cut off from all of its worlds and colonies across the stars. Warp storms run rampant through the galaxy, stopping all trade routes and communication with its worlds. Earth has been reduced to a barren wasteland filled with Techno-Barbarians and crumbling societies. It is a dark time for mankind. During Old Night, the humans of Earth splintered into warring states of Techno-Barbarians. In the 27th century on Earth, war was constant and waged across the planet for the next 2,500 years. Abroad, across the stars, the situation for mankind only worsened. All of the worlds humanity had conquered and claimed were now cut off, drifting without supply chains or a government looking out for them. This led to anarchy, war, and famine across the worlds of man. As if only to make things worse and add to the list of humanity's problems, hundreds of alien races and unknown enemies seized their chance. Entire worlds were enslaved, sacked or slaughtered by these alien threats, forcing the survivors to resort back to barbarism in a last desperate act to survive. Humanity, on its last legs, succumbing to plague, famine, and destruction, ran out of hope. The end times were upon us. Our once great civilization reduced to ashes. Untold millions were dead, and our once great cities now reduced to lifeless husks. Earth was a ruined wasteland, a shadow of its former self. To most, it truly was the end of humanity. One more flame snuffed out in the universe. It was all over. But then, as if an angel came down from above, the Emperor revealed himself. A being who had been watching from the sidelines for thousands of years, slowly influencing us and helping us push outward on our own, came to save us. He revealed himself in the 29th millennium as a powerful warlord. He had been planning for this for 1,000 years, building his army of genetically enhanced super soldiers, the Thunder Warriors. With the Thunder Legion at his back, the Emperor set out on his conquest to unify Terra. As the war progressed, fear and faith were replaced with order and rationality. The Thunder Warriors were the bulk of his force. The Thunder Warriors were the first generation of Space Marine, being genetically engineered and developed in his laboratories under the Himalayan mountains. Most of them recorded as being stronger than even the later generation of Space Marines, despite them being engineered to be vicious killers. The Thunder Warriors were a means to an end, and were not supposed to be integrated in the Imperium after the Unity. The Emperor had accepted the deaths of many innocent people with remorse during the Unification Wars. It was another price he had to pay to achieve the Unity. The battles were so big they lasted for weeks on end, with casualties in the millions, and the battles ravaged continents. The final battle took place, the Battle of Mount Ararat, fought in the kingdom of Aratu. During the final battle, the remaining Thunder Warriors were slain to a man. The last remaining Thunder Warrior, Auric Tyrannus, raised the banner of lightning and declared unity before succumbing to his wounds, securing the Emperor's rule in a final daring act of bravery and... Upon completing their final task of unification, the Emperor ordered the Thunder Warriors exterminated. The Custodes and those loyal to the Emperor slew the last of the Thunder Warriors. Their job was complete, compliance had been achieved, and the Unification Wars came to a close. The Emperor would begin construction of his Imperial Palace, and the new breed of warriors to take to the stars in his name, the Space Marines. His next goal would be Mars, then the Sol System, and finally, total human unification under the Imperium of Man. Would he use these new warriors as his bulwark, keep them by his side once the war was won, or were they another means to an end? We may never know, and with the Emperor put on the Golden Throne, a lot of questions remain unanswered.